EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada, where the memorial torch honoring legendary owner Al Davis has just been lit, and we are set for football at Allegiant Stadium. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. On the visitor sideline, their head coach. His guys, they should come in rested and ready off that midseason bye. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys stuck in a bit of a losing streak right now, hoping the home fans could help them get out of this slump. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And leading them out is their fifth-year quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Well, this defense certainly knows they're going to have their hands full trying to slow down this passing game. Here's an example on the very first play from scrimmage. I think we'll see some different looks, maybe some pressure from different places, but it didn't work there, and it's a quick first down.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Let's go.
To throw, it's Milton. Right back to Pitts again. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Milton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. This will wind up a loss on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Yeah, he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So here are the Broncos backed up to start their initial drive. And they will be let out by their second-year quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And taken right at the 35. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point, because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Let's go.
Here's Milton now to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
He's got his target. That's complete. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
The 28-yard line.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready, go.
Here's Milton. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Milton. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The Broncos at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. He's one of the bigger receivers in the game, CD, and his size that time certainly helped against double coverage.
Yeah, you're still at a little bit of a disadvantage when you're going against multiple defenders, when they're trying to double you and sometimes triple you. But you're exactly right. With his build, he could minimize that disadvantage, and he more than held his own and hauled that one in right there.
Now a 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And shutting him off now open field. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
How about the vision on the run here? This one's intended to just be a straight dive up the middle. But once he gets through traffic, he sees that the open space is to the outside, so he's just going to angle himself out wide and win the race to the pylon.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
The
Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
The quarterback will keep it himself. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game. And the option play works on the 2-point try. What'd you think of the call?
I like the call. What you're worried about, though, is if the defense blitzes the play. And if they do, what your answer is, the option. Why? If they blitz it, the quarterback has a chance to get rid of it to a trailing back. That one worked pretty well there.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out come the Raiders. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
42-yard line.
2 minutes to play in the first half of an 8-3 game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready.
To throw is Milton. Open man is Kirk, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On the play, 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Milton. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's now
on now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for 3. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And a second field goal here gets him back within a couple at 8-6 now. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
The Broncos offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he finds his way into the end zone as the lead moves to 10. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. One final go for this offense here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing to start the drive. Milton fights off the defender. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Crossing route and complete. He's got Pitts. Look at the big man rumble. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Kyle Pitts in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Working downfield, he's got Fulton. Well, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's good for Broncos. First down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will finish off this third quarter of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. We are into week 8, and we're starting to get a sense as to who are the haves and who are the have-nots. Let's get into it. Our tour of the NFL starts now. It begins in Houston. The Texans at home to take on a foe from the AFC East. And this is the visitors' quarterback. He went for more than 300 yards passing, including this, one of his 3 touchdowns through the air. From there, let's go up to the Pacific Northwest, Seattle. Let's look in on the Seahawks as they play host to the Atlanta Falcons. And it's JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Seahawks get their 6th victory as this win moves them to 6-2 on the season. Lastly, let's go down to the Big Easy. The New Orleans Saints taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this is the Saints quarterback, a 17-yard touchdown pass. The Saints get it done within the division as they come away with the victory. And with that, a look here at the rest of the action in Week 8 around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. The Broncos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently second in the NFL in rushing. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Completes this one to Thornton. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 18-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down. 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
49-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 46, here's a 2nd and 5. Now back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Hands it off out of the gun. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
5 yards. It's 4th down and less than a yard.
They'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they can keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Broncos first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
The Broncos will line up for
The quarterback will keep it himself. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Well, that two-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people can't see this, but you've got a ball in your hands now, and you've got the thing locked in pretty well. You've got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. It makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled. I can tell you that.
Maybe. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Let's go now.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A heck of a way to start the fourth quarter, just south of 40 yards on the pickup.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Ready?
To throw, it's Milton. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Back to throw. Milton. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
4th down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on 4th down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Raiders' 24-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Young. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They go play action here on 1st down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. On play action, they'll throw. Now a run here off the RPO. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. The quarterback will keep it himself. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Here we go.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense is really struggling.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Las Vegas 1st down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Yeah, he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Second and 9.
Come on. Set. Touch the end.
Here's Milton. And throw right side here going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw is Milton. That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 36. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Alert! Alert! Go! Ready?
Throwing is Milton. That is caught downfield. It's Besh. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
That's another Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard
Milton.
line.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Milton now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now Milton. And they're going to get it. They bring it down to sack back at the 16-yard line.
A loss of 7. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th.
Okay, ready?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeau. And quickly, they get to the line.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts.
It's a gain of 7.
And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
On the set. Ready, go!
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. He pitches it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now a handoff running through the middle. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And so close, he gets it to the run. Out of bounds right there. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
1st and goal, Denver.
Here we go, set, go!
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. It's the fullback with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to widen their advantage. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for two. The quarterback will keep it himself. Now bottled up. It's out. It's loose. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games. And I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked pretty tight with the points of pressure here. And that didn't occur on that play, did it?
Now, you saying I wouldn't have fumbled if I was down there?
You would not have fumbled. You got it locked in tight.
I also have really large biceps. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Broncos, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.